Create with Gigi. Today we are going to draft our sleeve pattern, and it's going to be our one-piece sleeve pattern. So on this pattern you're going to have your front and your back clearly shown. In case you haven't been following, this is our pattern drafting series for our basic patterns. So we started off with our skirt, and then we'll move on to our body's torso pattern, and now we are drafting our sleeve, and the next to follow will be our trouser block. So in case you haven't watched any of these, just go back to my previous videos and click. So now let's get into this pattern today. So we're going to start by measuring our arm sky. So you just need to place the tape just as I'm doing in the video, like that, and measure it all around the armhole. You have to be very accurate when you do this measurement, because this is the measurement you use in calculating the entire sleeve. And that's it. In my own case, I'm going to be putting a translucent paper on top of my pattern paper. You can actually draft your sleeve on your block and trace it out, but I just wanted to draft it on a separate paper, and I didn't want to go through the hassle of tracing out another paper, so that's why I use a translucent paper. So So first of all, we draw a straight line on the arm skyline from our major block. That's from our body's block. And then we draw another line touching the front arm skyline on the body's block. And we'll mark that point as number 1. Then from 1 to 2 is 1/3 of our arm sky measurement. That's the one we did earlier on, minus 0.5 centimeter. Then you square it across to the other side. Just keep squaring it. Next, we're going to get 3, which is the midway between 1 and 2. And then we square it across to meet the front arm, the back arm sky line. So that's our number 4. So we're going to get half of the measurement from 1 to 3, and we're going to mark that as our number 5. Then we'll go to the corresponding arm sky line and just mark that as number 5A. Yeah, perfect. So we'll mark up number 6, which is our front arm sky. That's our front shoulder point. So we'll measure the curve from the front shoulder point 6 all the way to 5A, and we add 1.25 centimeters from, and then we'll mark from number 5 so we point on that line to make it 7. 1.25 centimeters because we're using a size 20 block. If you have a smaller size, you add 1 centimeter, and if you have from size 22, you add 1.5 centimeters. So that's our top point. So now we're going to mark our back shoulder, and we'll measure from our back shoulder, that's 0.8, all the way to the curve at number 4. And we do the same thing. We add 1.2 centimeters to that measurement, and then we'll find the line that meets the line from number 4, from number 7 to number 4. And we're going to mark that as our number 9. We'll mark out number 10, which is the side seam on the block, the midpoint between the armholes on the block. So now we're going to measure from 5A to number 10, and we're going to minus 0.3 centimeter from this measurement, and then we add that measurement from number 5 to a line, to the horizontal line, and make that number 11. What we're trying to do is just to get the shape of the edge of this block. So now we're going to measure from number 4 to number 10, minus 0.3 centimeters, and we do the same. We'll find the same measurement, a straight line, to meet the other line from number 10. And that's it. We've gotten the top part of our sleeve. So now we're going to look for the length of our sleeve, and from that point 7 at the very top, we're going to square all the way down to the length of our sleeve. So if your sleeve is 60 centimeters, you square down from 0 or from 1 to 60, down, down, down. Square it down, make your measurement, and then you square it sideways, across, you square it across. And then from point 12 to point 11, that's both sides of the sleeve, you square it down, to the wrist. And then you go in the middle of this measurement, you mark 1 centimeter upwards on the right hand side and 1 centimeter downwards on the left hand side. And then you curve this line, just like I'm doing. So we're done with the bottom. So now we're going to do the same for the sleeve edge. We're going to curve and hollow and give it a nice shape. So from number 12 to 9, we're going to curve inwards 0.75 centimeters. And from our number 9 to 7, we're going to curve in outwards 1 centimeter. For our 7 to 5, we're going to take that measurement of that line and mark on 1/3 of the line 2 centimeters outwards. Now you can decide to make yours 1 centimeter if you don't want the sleeve edge to really puff out. That's if you're making a shirt. And from number 5 to 11, we're going to dip in 1 centimeter. So now we're going to do our curves on these markings. Now the final thing we do is to shaping the sleeve. So you can mark inwards 5 centimeter or 3 centimeters, depends on how shaped you want it to be. And then from the sides, that's from number 11, you just rule a straight line to meet your markings at the bottom. And that's it, our sleeve is ready. Don't forget to place your notches at the front and at the back balance point, so you can know how to add it to your bodice when you're sewing. So now I'm just going to trim around my sleeve block. Just want to trim it around so you can see the shape properly. So our sleeve is complete, and that's it. Don't forget to make your notch markings, and that's what I was doing there. In case you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, love it's the love button, click on the notification bell so we can always be in touch, So that is it for today. Just label your sleeve, and that's all. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video, which will be drafting the trousers block, and that will be the end for our basic pattern series. But if you need me to draft any other basic pattern, just let me know and I'll create a video for that. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.